It's John McCague with Lepage RCR at Alliston. Just putting together a short video regarding choosing the right property for you. So a lot of people, when they contact me, they're interested in either selling or buying a property or both. And in the instance of purchasing a property, sometimes people have an idea of what they're looking for, but sometimes it's not necessarily the best choice for them. Sometimes they put a purchase of a property can be an emotional thing, and quite often is. And sometimes you have to remove some of the emotion, not all the emotion, but some of the emotion from the purchase, and you have to think logically about the purchase as well. One of the first things that people need to consider is, most importantly, is their budget. There's no sense looking at something that's outside of their budget. What they need to do is, if they haven't done research themselves by going online, what they can do is contact me, and what I will do is I'll give them an idea of certain values in certain areas, ones that are closest to what they're looking for in their budget. Next thing is location. So location, they say in real estate, location, location, location. Well, location is important in all aspects of real estate. So whether you're putting a business in, that's obviously very important, but it's also important where your residence is. And in some instances, the importance has to do with your family, so schooling, or location in relation to where you work, or where your friends are, or it could be just an area that's always attracted you to it. Maybe it's because of the lifestyle. Maybe you like the great outdoors, or maybe you like the convenience of being close to stores. Maybe you like to go out walking through a neighborhood or through the woods. Whatever your interests are. So location is very important. Features. A lot of people come to me and they say, oh, the first thing that we want is we want granite countertops, or we want hardwood floors, or we want a minimum of 5 acres property. And those are all nice things to have on a property, but those are things, in some instances, there can be some give and take. The most important thing is to find those features in a property that you can't find on every property. They don't come with every property, or they can't be changed. So such things as acreage, location, the type of house that it is, or perhaps it could be the structure of the house. Maybe it has a triple car garage, and because of budgeting, you need a triple car garage, and you're not going to have the funds available afterwards to install a extra garage or two. You have to be realistic with your must-haves. We can always install hardwood floors. We can always install granite countertops. We can always install, fancy light fixtures and things like that. Those are just aesthetics in a lot of instances, and aesthetics can be changed. So what I always say to people is that when you walk into a property, envision the house when the house is empty. After the people have moved out, what is the house going to look like? Well, the house isn't going to look like $1 million when the house has just been vacated. So what you have to do is you have to envision it with all your things in it, and how is it going to appear to you once you've moved in and settled. Zoning. They have ideas of, perhaps at some point, if not immediately, but at some point they would like to have animals, or they would like to run a small business from their house, or some people even have light airplanes. Over the years, I've had 2 people contact me who their passion is light plains and they want an opportunity to be able to put in a grass runway. Well, those are pretty difficult to find. I have found them for them, but it takes some time, and you have to be a little bit more giving on the other end as far as what you're willing to give up in order to get that zoning. And then the other thing is saleability. And what you have to think is that this property may be ideal for you, but how is it going to appeal to others? If it's a unique property, you have to realize that that property is going to appeal to a much smaller base of people. And because of that, it might be a little bit more difficult. If you had to sell it, hopefully you never have to sell it in a rush, but if you had to sell it in a rush, how appealing would it be for people? Would they be willing to purchase the property right away, or is there a lot of competition out there, similar type properties, or is it such a unique property that it may scare some people away? Those are all things to consider when you're thinking about purchasing a property. That's not to say that you shouldn't come in with a long list of things that you would like. It just means that you have to be a little bit more flexible on what your expectations are. My job is to find you a property that meets most, if not all, of those requirements that you have on your wish list. Those are some of the most important things to consider when you're looking at buying. Now, obviously, I like the opportunity to interview people before we actually go out and look at properties. I like to ask them the most important questions, and then what I'll do is I will tailor the search specific to what they're looking for. There's no sense wasting our time looking at properties that are outside the area that they're interested in, or outside their budget, or they don't have the key features that are most important to them. I've worked with an awful lot of buyers over the years, so I've been able to hone my skills, and I know the most important questions to ask people. And as we go along, I listen to the people as we go through the properties. We're obviously going to be looking at more than one property. So as we start visiting the properties, I listen to the people and the things that they say, the things that I realize are most important to them, and we narrow the search that way. Ultimately, we find the property that is best suited for you, and hopefully we can put a nice deal together, something that meets your expectations. That's my job. I take great pride in it, and I would love the opportunity to work with you. So if you are interested in purchasing a property, or if you're thinking of selling and purchasing, that's even better. Feel free to contact me. My name is John McCague. I'm with Lepage RCR in Alliston. My address is 7 Victoria Street in Alliston. My local phone number is 705-435-3000. My Toronto line is 1-866-772-5368. My direct line is 705-791-2221. My email address is johnmccaig@royallepage.ca. My website is www.johnmccaigsells.ca. My Facebook business page is the symbol @ John McCague Realtor. If you feel like dropping in to see me, feel free to drop in. If you can give me a call just to make sure that I'm going to be in the office, that would be wonderful. But if you just happen to be in the area, and don't hesitate to drop in. I'd love an opportunity to meet with you, and obviously no obligation, but just hear what you have to say. The other thing is that I love referrals. Referral from somebody is the greatest compliment I can receive. So if you know of somebody interested in buying or selling, feel free to give them my name and my contact information, or if you want, you can contact me and I can contact them. So again, thanks very much for your time, and I hope to hear from you soon. Have a great day. Bye for now.